Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics. I am Phil, and the gang's all here. We got Lilith.
Howdy.
Got Justin the Owl.
Woohoo!
And, of course, everyone's favorite, Kristen the Kangaroo. All right.
I don't know if I'm everyone's favorite, but thanks.
Well,
You're our favorite.
yeah.
You're
I should say the most innocent. Which in this grouping isn't saying much, but... All right. So, yes, for those of you who have been listening, yes, you know that this will be our episode where we flip the script, because before, the three of us had been presenting Fantastic Four stories to Kristen, Spider-Man stories to Kristen, and Justin had the brilliant idea of, let's flip the script, let's have Kristen present 3 Nightwing stories to us, and we vote on our favorites. And again, since there's 3 of us voting, I guess there could be ties, there could be,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone could pick a different one, or, yeah.
Let's see if we have a 3-way tie or if one clearly pulls ahead of the pack.
Yeah.
Exactly. But before we get to that, I just wanted to throw up real quick, since we are talking about Nightwing, I did make Kristen aware of this. Justin, Lilith, did you see that Nightwing will be a part of all those DC Marvel crossovers coming up here soon?
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Cool.
He better be.
Yeah.
They know what's good for him.
So are they having him fight somebody like a versus whatever, or is it?
I don't know if it's a versus, but it'll be written by Tom Taylor, and I think the art might be by Bruno Redondo, but he is going to be teaming up with Laura Kinney. Heck,
all
Wolverine.
right.
That kind of low-key fits. So
Well,
hard.
and you know what? Probably the
That's
big reason
cool,
for that,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Tom Taylor wrote both of them. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
That's
But like
cool.
low-key, when you think about it, genius.
Yeah, man. I'll read that. Yeah, I'll read that.
Yeah, I was slightly confused. So, is this like an advertising cover? Because this is going to be one of the covers of Batman and Deadpool. But it's not just a cover, right? They are going to have a crossover.
they are
too?
going to have a story. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, knowing them, they're probably going to have 50, probably literally 50 variant covers. So
52, sweetie. 52.
One for each
Keep
world.
it on brand.
Lilith, I thought Warner's couldn't afford 52 anymore.
Although DC's 52, don't you guys talk about like 416 or something, or 616 or
616,
something?
6
with-
Marvels.
We're not doing 616 very. I
Don't give them ideas.
What if they did 61.6 variant covers? So one cover was like 6/10 something new, and the other 4/10 were the regular cover.
We do have point ones and point. Yeah, we do. We do in Marvel.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Is Marvel measuring from the taint? Jeez.
Oh, I mean, they're doing something from the tank.
No, I was going to say, if we did 616 covers, half of them will be like Spider People variants.
Oh,
Or
God,
Deadpool
yeah.
variants. Or Wolverine
Deadpool.
variants.
Both, all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, see, that's probably like 400 right there. So
Bat-
they really only
Bat-
have to come up with like
Batman
200.
variants.
About 50 different Scotty Young ones.
Looney Tunes meets Disney crossovers. I'm just saying, we can do the Roger Rabbit thing.
And again,
Finally!
they had movies this year, so there'll be a bunch of Superman and Fantastic Four variants.
We'll have Alien Earth.
Yes.
Mhm.
I watched that the other night. That's really good. I was surprised.
I mean, if you needed 600 variants, couldn't you just give every X person their own cover?
Oh, well, I don't think that would still be enough. 600?
No, but if
Yeah.
every X person, if each Fantastic Four had that was 4 covers. An Avenger, surely they have 616.
Oh, yeah.
Point
Oh,
616
totally.
characters.
Absolutely.
They could make it work.
If anyone isn't in the X-Men or Fantastic Four, they're an Avenger, so yeah.
Yeah.
You know the crossover I need that I know I'm not getting? Blatant and Static X, obviously.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, did I see something? Yeah, I don't know if they're doing a Static crossover, but aren't they doing like a Batman Beyond Static thing or something?
Oh,
Yeah.
are they?
Allegedly.
Oh, cool.
Is that a book? It'll be a book.
I don't know. I guess it's I don't know if it's a one-shot or a miniseries or something, but
Oh.
yeah. Lilith, isn't that like 20, 25 years too late?
I was going to say, it makes sense if it was still the early 2000s. But, like, people have been clamoring for it, and we are all about giving the millennials and elder Gen Xers what they want because we're the only ones with money.
They're the one buying comics.
We have the disposable income.
The other one buying
And not
comics.
even as much as the boomers did at our age.
Oh, don't even get me started.
DC Comics.
They don't buy nothing. That's the problem.
DC Comics.
We have disposable income, but only enough to buy a $3.99 or $4.99.
Right.
And heaven forbid it's $5.99. We're looking like.
I was gonna say, and not
you
that.
know, we need our avocado toast.
And not that many. And not that many issues.
Disposable income to buy like an extra, like a classic car or something, but enough for the floppy comic book.
A vacation home.
Hey kids, no affordable health care, but here's some comics.
Yeah. Here's all the
Dream that you had a Deadpool or a Wolverine-esque healing power.
Yeah.
Come on, science.
And you wouldn't need healthcare.
But yes, DC Comics and Warner Brothers, better late than never.
We're like, oh yeah, we realized we could really cash grab this finally.
Yes.
That's how you know they're in desperate throes of needing money. They're like, time to team up, kids.
Oh, but speaking of the Marvel DC crossovers, we will be talking to one of the writers in September. Kelly, friend of the show, Kelly Thompson, who puts up with us way too much, is going to be writing. Yes, her original character Jeff the Shark and Crypto, the Superdog crossover.
Perpetually employed.
Does Batman and Deadpool come out in September, or is it not out then?
I believe so, yeah, because I think that's the first one. Because I think again, I think DC's doing one and Marvel's doing one.
Okay, so it's like Batman and Deadpool.
But it doesn't matter because it's like every story is going to have one Marvel and one DC character in it. So.
But I guess one will be the DC character first, and then the other will be the Marvel character first on the name or something.
Probably.
It's interesting.
That's just such a weird story. It's like Deadpool and Batman. I was like, why didn't you do Deadpool and Harley Quinn?
Scrap Chronicles. That's what they should have named it.
Well, maybe they thought it would be interesting to see those two, or maybe they were like, "Who are the two most popular people?"
That's exactly. Well, if that's the case, it actually probably would have been Spider-Man.
Although we have done Batman and Spider-Man in the 90s, but
yeah.
We did both. One for Marvel, one for DC. Both written by J.M. DeMatteis.
Yeah, and it's been a while. It's been 30 some odd years since the last time they did anything.
Oh yeah, I mean the one Spider-Man, Batman's. Yeah, they're both in the 90s. One was during like in the middle of the Clone Saga, so yeah, it's been like 30 years.
The one that Kurt Busiek and George Perez did was
the Avengers Justice League one.
That was late 90s.
That was kind of a flop.
No, that was early 2000s.
We need to redo that one.
That was early 2000. They had been playing in that for like 20 years before that, I think.
Okay.
They reissued that one not long ago though, when George was dying.
Well, yeah, I think they were trying to raise money for him.
Instead of just a big old corporation making a donation that they could write off on their taxes.
Right.
Anyway.
Or, just giving them health care or something, something.
Yeah.
Hiring them as an executive to get health care, yes.
And not any of that American medical care. Like, how about some good medical care?
Exactly.
That's not fair. They're doing the best they can with what they're given.
Yeah, I know. Well, who, the corporations?
The doctors that are left in the
the doctors? Yeah, no, I'm
private equity.
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming the doctors. I'm blaming the people, all these health insurance and corporations.
I'd say write your senators, but we all know the opposite of progress is Congress. So, moving right along.
Lilith, old joke.
All I'm going to say is we need some more Luigi.
Sorry. That's an old joke.
No. I was going to say, I'm going to do an old joke. Yeah, some of them, I don't even think they can read. Like that whore, Lauren Boebert.
Yeah.
Oh.
Old joke.
I mean, it's bad when you read the old comics where Lex Luthor was president, and you're like,
he did a better job.
He did a hell of a job.
I mean, like, he's kind of he's evil, but he's smart and competent.
So what? He wanted to kill Superman. Everything else was running smooth,
Yeah, right.
Sad day.
All right, let's get to these Nightwing stories.
But you know what's happy? These Nightwing picks I made.
Yes. All right, Kristen. Where do you want to begin with these?
Let's begin. Let's do the Judas contract one.
All right.
Oh, okay. Judas contract.
That's right. Yeah.
But classic. As I told Phil, the extended Judas contract, which is not a real thing, but it's a thing in my world.
This is the Kristen cut. Yes.
And do we get like the prequel or the post school? Like what extra?
Yes. So I call it the extended Judas contract because technically the Judas contract is those 4.
The Titans issues, yeah.
The 4 Titans issues that are like very confusingly numbered, I think, because isn't it like
they are, yeah.
Tails, so it's like 41, 42, 43, or no, 42, 43, 44, and then the annual or something. So it's confusing. But that's the one that we know. Those 4 are the main ones where Tara betrays the team. But of course, as a Nightwing fan, I like it because it's the debut of Nightwing, the original debut. Which is why I really like as I call it, the extended Judas contract, which for me, I include Batman 368, which is the one down here where they finally say, Robin, yes, the Boy Wonder. That's right. We said the Boy Wonder.
Where Jason Todd puts on the Robin costume for the very first time.
Because there's an amazing sequence in there. I love it so much where Jason and Bruce are in the Batcave and he wants to work with Batman and he's trying on these different costumes and they're all pretty terrible and he's suggesting other code names and they're also all pretty terrible. And then Dick shows up and he has wrapped up the Robin suit and he gives it to Jason and he says, Jason, I want you to be Robin. And Jason's like, oh, are you serious? Oh my God. Because this is Jason Todd 1.0, who's basically
pre-crisis.
Except he has red hair.
Bruce made him dye it
because Batman is a type.
And so then he goes and runs off to put it on, and Bruce is like, Dick, are you sure about this? Like, is this okay? And he's like, yeah, Bruce, I want Jason to have it. I'm kind of grown up now. And they have a real great father-son moment, and then Jason comes out and he's like, do I pass mustard? And they're like, guys, it's mustard, but yes, you're awesome, Jason, you're so cute. And Bruce is like, Jason, Dick's giving you a profound gift. And then he's like, cute and big. And so then Dick's like, all right, bye guys, Robin, be great. And he leaves and it's like, oh my God. So it's nice because Jason gets to be Robin, which is what DC wanted, but nobody gets fired. Nobody gets tied to any chairs in the Batcave.
Nobody's eating rats.
Nobody's eating rats. Nobody, and I like it better. Nobody gets shot. Like in the next version, that they do. So nobody gets fired. Dick is like, hey Bruce, I'm growing up. Bruce is like, oh, okay. He's like being all Batman about it, but you know how it is. Kids get college kind of thing. And then, so that part, and then there's like no angst about Jason becoming Robin and all that kind of stuff. And then there's also, I want to say it's 30. No, I can't remember if it's 39 or 37. I know it's not 38 because that's who is Donna Troy. But then also I consider the one where Wally says, I got to quit the Titans for a while because I need to focus on my civilian life. And that's also the same one.
The civilian life in question.
Yes. Where Dick says, guys, I'm going to stop being. That's the one where he tells the Titans he's going to stop being Robin.
Yeah, it's 39. Right. Yeah, that 39, that cover where they're both like walking away.
39. Yeah, it's a really good cover with him and Wally. So I consider that when I first read the Judas Contract trade paperback, that one was in there. So even DC, I guess, has like an extended cut of the Judas Contract, but then the Kristen extended cut includes Batman 368 because I just really like the original version of how Dick became Nightwing, where he said it was pretty low on angst and pretty high on like bittersweet.
It wasn't the post-crisis where he gets shot and Batman says, "Nah, you're fired."
Right, yeah. Like I said, nobody was fired. And this is actually what I wrote about in the book that Phil helps advertise for me every time, is every version, well, the 3 main versions just keep getting increasingly angsty and moving from kind of, as I see it, moving from just a generic coming of age tale where you just grow up into more of a Bildungsroman where you have to have extra angst and like rejection from the parental figure and stuff like that in order to become the adult. Because each one, like I said, there's no getting fired in this one. Bruce isn't mad at anybody. Dick's not mad at anybody. Jason's
this is
not.
also the era where they were all about like literally passing the torch to the next generation, where we don't really have that nowadays.
Exactly.
And you're gonna rip the legacy from the person's cold dead hand.
Right. Yes. And I definitely always thought the one that's in like 408, I think, where Dick gets the post-crisis version where he gets fired, where he gets shot by the Joker, and Bruce is like, "You have to stop being Robin," and he's like, "I'm not gonna stop being a hero," and Bruce is like, "Okay, yeah, I know."
Okay, but
So
you
it's
ain't
like,
doing my
okay.
payroll.
Not under my roof, son.
Yeah. So I thought that one was like kind of dumb.
And also,
Anyway.
the Judas contract. Yeah, it's the first time Dick becomes Nightwing, but also first costume, your favorite, the Disco Wing costume.
No, I do love me some Disco.
Yeah, love that one.
Heck yeah, that pop collar and the deep V, so great.
It's so good. Yeah.
And of course, there's also a great, because as you will see, these sort of emotional moments that are beautiful but not angsty are my kryptonite. So there's also great in book 3, There Shall Come a Titan, when Dick goes to change his clothes, to put his costume on, and he has this kind of monologue to the readers about how, oh, Bruce, you made me who I was, but also Superman, you made me who I was, and I want to honor you both, and also I love you, my dead parents, and stuff like that.
Nice.
Exactly.
Love it.
And Dick kicks some major butt in the Judas contract. He's the only one to get away from Slade's trap.
Yeah.
And he partially does it by destroying his leather jacket. And I always remember that he says in there that it cost $300. And I was like, dang, that must have been really expensive in 1984.
He's a trust fund, baby, first and foremost. Never forget.
That was 80s. That was an 80s $300
That
too.
thing's like worth $4,000.
I think it was probably bulletproof.
I was say, but you could tell the quality because it helped him get away from Deathstroke, and he was able to, like, I don't know, shimmy down a building or something with it without it ripping.
Superior.
So there you go.
Yeah, totally. Superior product.
Exactly. Worth those $300.
For quality.
Bing.
So that's pick 1. But the Kristen cut is essential. You got to have Batman 368 with it.
Who was the
So
creative
close.
team on the Detective Comics issue? The 6th.
I believe the pencils was Gene Colan.
I was gonna say that looks like him on the cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gene Colan.
Yeah.
It must be. Was it Mensch writing it?
I'm trying to remember. This might have been the era where Mensch was writing both. I know at some point he was writing. Hold on, I can. Which detective was that?
Yeah, it's him. It's Mensch because he wrote like Batman 340 or 350 all the way to 400 or something.
Oh, okay. So he was doing both back then. Yeah.
Yeah, Gene Colan on the art. Yeah, Mensch. Yeah, wrote that one. I believe he wrote the,
nice.
the Batman
Okay.
one. But let me see.
Yeah, I gotta read
Hold on,
that.
you know what? Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jason's first supervillain was Crazy Quilt because Crazy Quilt came after him.
Yes, Crazy Quilt.
Big
yeah.
squirrel way down for a little crazy quilt, man.
Oh man, look. Didn't you guys?
But
do
Crazy
it
Quilt, of
Yeah.
course, because Jason dyed his hair, he doesn't realize that. Crazy Quilt apparently does not understand the passing of time, and so.
Yeah, because I'm like, how old was Jason? Because Dick was like 19. Wasn't Dick supposed to be like 19 at this point? I'm like, you really can't tell the difference between like a 13-year-old and a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
In my
Apparently,
head,
time stood still for Crazy Quilt when he went to prison. So.
In my head, I was laughing when you were talking about the sequence when they were picking out costumes for Robin, and I was thinking about Lilith's theory, and they keep picking out costumes, and Batman's like, no, that's not bright enough. No, not bright enough. No, not bright enough.
Not much of a human shield. Yeah.
Time blindness. Crazy Quilt can have time blindness. It's okay.
But yeah,
Seems like he has a little ADHD. I'm just saying.
But yeah, Mensch wrote both those issues. The penciler on Batman was Don Newton, although that's not one of his covers. But yeah, Don Newton drew the Batman. Yeah, it's Ed Hannigan, Dick Giordano, and Anthony Tollin on the cover for 368.
Nice.
So yeah. And yeah, okay. Let's throw in some more background on Judah's contract. I mean, again, wasn't this the first appearance of Jericho too? So we got Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh
this
man,
is a
all
good
his
one.
kids are messed up, bro.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, look. I mean, slated in this era. I mean, again, one of the creepy things about this story isn't this when we get the teenage Tara in like lingerie hanging out with
Yeah.
Deathstroke,
Oh
and
yeah.
things were hinted
Yeah,
at.
I mean-
Did not age well.
Yes.
Right. Well, it didn't. But also, I think it's interesting. So I do think that was not. So looking back, that was not the best choice. So it's the 80s, and I love Marv and George. I like most of what they wrote, but not everything is a slam dunk. Because I believe Marv is also the one who wrote, actually, one, possibly two, depending on how many times you count Nightwing's been sexually assaulted. He at least wrote one, but I think he also then came back and wrote the one with Lou, L-I-U. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
That was him
heard
as
of
well.
that.
Anywho, my point being, yeah, I think they used Tara like hitting on Slade a little bit as another way that they were trying to show that Tara, because they mentioned in the intro stuff that like Tara didn't betray them. Like she was always bad. It wasn't like
Yeah.
Tara
Mhm.
turned bad. Like she
Yeah.
was always bad.
She wasn't corrupted by.
But between the
Yeah.
Slade thing, and she was always like smoking cigarettes when she's out of sight of the Titans
Yeah.
and stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
wearing too much makeup, which is also a
Yikes,
Um,
the 80s.
Oh,
right, yeah. But when I read it, again, given how popular Deathstroke has become and how, sometimes I wouldn't say, I don't think he's quite as anti-hero as Jason, but sometimes some writers don't write Deathstroke as bad, if you will, as other writers. When I read that, I was like, oh yeah, he was real bad back in the day.
Well, yeah.
he's definitely been sanitized, like all villains.
Well, you know what the problem was? He got so popular. It's like, what was that? Late 80s, early 90s. They gave him his own series, so they kind of had to like go from like straight villain to at least anti-hero.
I mean, they should have
Right.
done. They should have
Right.
just put him on Vertigo, and then they could have just went hog wild. with
Oh
him.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would have been great.
So I think that's what always muddies the waters. It's like, oh yeah, remember when he wasn't quite so bad when he had his own series?
It's like
But
the Joker, mass murderers, got toys in the aisles of Walmart.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
What are you
again,
gonna do?
Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was basically a villain, the Joker sidekick, and then she got too popular.
And less interesting.
Oh, my.
Somebody had to say it.
I mean,
I'll
I would say
it.
to
I'll
a
say it.
certain extent. I mean, I kind of, because family, I love the family dynamics in the Bat family. That's my jam. I like it that Jason is a little more in the family and more anti-hero than villain. But I mean, the same thing happened to him. I mean, when he first came back.
Oh yeah, he was completely off the deep end when he came back, and then
As he should have been. He had his right.
I mean,
He had a
he
right
had
to
a point, but then afterwards, they still mostly used him. I would say until the New 52, they were like, he's a villain. I mean, the duffel bags in the heads.
One man's villain is another man's hero.
I mean, I would have deep rooted psychological issues of a Superboy Prime Punch probably back.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Phil, you just had to say it, didn't you?
He's back. He's back. Joshua Williamson just had him at the end of the last Superman
Yeah,
issue.
no, I know.
I know.
no.
So-
Oh god.
Well, he needs
Maybe
to
they'll
keep
get
his-
it right this time. Yeah, right. Listen, the DC continuity is so there's no saving it. I mean, Mark Waid can like take the best of each situation and meld it into what he wants to, but like just straight up head on when you're looking at it,
It's a total mess.
Right. It's so fascinating, particularly with Jason as Robin, because sometimes I see things on the internet. Well, I actually thought of you, Lilith, a while ago. I was reading an interview with someone, the person, the name just gave me, who's going to be writing that Jason Red Hood series coming up, where he goes to the fake version, the DC version of New Orleans. Anywho, and the person mentioned that they had not read many comics and stuff with Jason because they wanted to just like go in and write their version of the character. Like they hadn't read as much stuff outside.
they didn't want the
of him.
baggage.
Yes, yeah, and of course some people were mad. But she mentioned in there that she feels like Jason is a character where a lot of people have these things they've added on to Jason that are not
Lots of
actually
fanning.
there in the that are not actually there in the comics. One thing it made me think of is a lot of times I see people sometimes posting like, oh, Jason wasn't the angry Robin, like Dick was the angry Robin, or I'm like, man, they all have an anger problem. Like, I mean, hello, so does Bruce. You don't go out and angry people don't go out and punch people every night.
Exactly. Gretchen Felker, Martin, and Jeff Spokes are the people doing the new.
Yes, it was the interview with Gretchen. But one of the things I find so interesting is it seems like a lot of people, which I agree, I think it's more interesting Jason being the street kid when his origin isn't just a ripoff of Dick's. But a lot of people go to that like, oh, but Jason was a sweet kid who like always did his homework and was obedient.
Well, he's a people pleaser. See, this is what people don't actually understand. Like, he's like a people pleaser. Like, think about this. You get picked up out of poverty from Bruce Wayne, Prince of the goddamn city. There's like lots of psychological underlayers that people just like brush over just being a Robin in general, let alone that particular version of Jason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it seems like a lot of people like his Jason .2 origin story, but they like his Jason 1.0
They pick and choose.
Right. Where, I mean, which actually going back and reading some of it, I'm kind of stunned. Like, Jason's parents are murdered by Killer Croc, and he's just like, la la la, now I'm gonna be Robin.
I mean,
disassociation, my friend. Like I said, there's so many like things that people gloss over. Like if you like are actually looking at it, you want to like take a serious stab at it. There's like, Gotham is just absolutely a horrible place to live. This poor kid just disassociated. He's like, I'm gonna become a vigilante.
Well, because Jason 1.0 was such a plot device. Because again, it's like the Titans were so popular, they wanted Dick over there full time, but they wanted a Robin with Batman, so they literally just basically created a Dick Grayson clone.
Copy
Again,
paste.
Jason 1.0,
right.
He was a circus acrobat. His parents were killed.
I mean, at that point, if you're an acrobat, you're not coming into Gotham to do your act. I'm just saying. Nope, we're going straight to Central City, kids.
Nothing to see here.
Just a real quick detour about Red Hood #1 that I find fascinating is that it's a 17 plus book.
Is it Black Label or no?
It doesn't say, but it says definitely 17 plus, but it doesn't say that it's Black Label. That is what I'm finding very interesting.
Which day? Do you know which day it's coming out?
It's September 10th. This is when it's coming out.
Because did you see? I think I saw somewhere. I think the same exact day that that Red Hood #1 comes out, they're putting out the new Punisher #1. Oh hey, Frank's back. Same day.
And just so you know, there's cardstock variants for $1 extra.
Of course.
Foil variants for $7.99.
Foil variants.
$7.99.
That's too much for my disposable.
No.
Yeah, kids. Remember we could get a
the
foil.
variant
for
covers
like
look
$3.
really cool though, but I'm definitely gonna get the foil. Hate me all you want to. Don't tell the dogs though.
They're like, the bones are a little weak this week.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, that's why we have homemade bones this week and not milk bones. I'm like, no, it's because I love you.
That's her accountant right now.
Sorry to derail, but yeah, no, I think this is an excellent pick. I always say, like, when people say where do they want to start with the Titans, I love this, especially because of Deathstroke and just like the whole dynamics. And plus, it's like it's a really popular like arc in Teen Titans, and then also they have a movie, so like you can see all these different versions as well, and kind of compare and contrast, and just like have some thoughts.
And again, it's just the simplicity of, oh hey, when did he first become Nightwing? Boom, here you go.
Yeah,
and it's wrapped in a good story. Yeah.
But I really think you should read my Kristen's extended.
No, the extended cut makes very good points.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to check those other 2 issues out. Yeah.
I mean, even that 360, I like that cover to 368. Ever since I first saw it, I'm like, that's a good cover.
Yeah, it's a great cover.
You guys did a couple of episodes on Crazy Quill, didn't you?
Oh yes, me and Lil.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
We were digging at the bottom of the barrel towards the end there.
Lil's like, yes, you made me do it.
No, it was fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when you get into like the very like obscure and random like villains of Batman, you just wonder what kind of. I'm just trying to always figure out what drug were they on.
Remember, we're
like
doing
that ten-eyed man with the eyes in his fingers.
we were doing Cannon Fodder Summer again. We had Justin for like 3 episodes because his favorite Batman villain is Killer Moth.
Love that. Yeah.
There'll never be anything as great as Hobgoblin Month, though.
That's true.
Hobgoblin. I don't know, man. Our favorite Spider-Man punching bag Shocker is always good for a couple hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we had Shocktober.
Also, one of the things I like about the new Teen Titans is there are a lot of words in it as well. So if you like words, because I like to read like novels and stuff, books with mostly words and not pictures. So I like it when there's a lot of words in the comics.
Oh yeah, this era of Titans.
The outlier of the comic book reader.
This era of Titans, they get very Chris Claremont-y.
I think you need a lot of it though to explain the dynamics, because there's always so much going on in a Titans book, and the dynamics are really what endear people to the book.
I mean, just look at those top 3 covers. There's a lot going on in those covers.
Yeah, when you got split panels on the cover, you know it's about to go down in the pages.
And it wasn't just Slade; it was Hive.
Yeah. Oh God, Hive gets on my nerve. They're
Good old Hive.
They're about as cool as the Secret Six. I'm just saying. They're bottom tier, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, again,
they're definitely no brother blood.
They're Hydra. They're cannon fodder. That's what it is. All right. Anything else? Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah, let's see what else Kristen's cooking up.
I think that's good.
All right, Kristen. Next, where do you want to go next?
Do the Tomasi.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Free fall.
Oh my God! Wow.
So, this one is awesome. Partially because
of Dick Grayson's new career.
Yes, 100%. But hold on, Phil, I'm getting there. The Nightwing series that happened, before his first big series, I feel like went through some major peaks and valleys. And it had previously been in a valley, and then Tomasi takes over from 140 to the end, which the last one was, I think, 153, right, Phil? So this is like the last 2 arcs are by Tomasi leading up to Dick becoming Batman. And so I think it's partially seems so good because the stuff that came right before it was not so good. But this is also like good on its own, but it looks extra good compared to what you just read the previous month. But some of the good things, Dick working with his family, hanging out with other superheroes. You see Superman in there. I think there's a time when Wally comes over and they're hanging out. I like that.
And there's quick scenes with like the JSA and stuff because he is in New York in this. Yeah,
because he's moving to New York. So that's where the JSA is located, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So scenes with him with other people, but why it's extra awesome is, so part of me was mad about this, but I've learned to let it go because it's comics. Dick gets a new job, and his job is he works at the Cloisters Museum in New York City, and the Cloisters Museum is the Metropolitan Museum of Art's medieval museum.
Boom! Oh, okay.
She's like, did you write this for me?
Yeah, exactly. That meme.
I love that.
So what made me mad was because Dick walks in, and because he doesn't like walk in, but somehow they finagle it. Well, Bruce, because money, finagles it that Dick can become the curator of the cloisters, which of course at first I was like, oh hell no, that is like a peak medieval art historian job. You gotta work your way up to that shit. You need a PhD in like Carolingian ivories or something like that. Which of course he doesn't have. But then I was like, let it go, because your favorite character is working on the Middle Ages, and I've embraced it. So yes, Dick works at the cloisters. So the cloisters are illustrated in there. There are some scenes in the cloisters, so you get to see it. Also, they throw around some medieval history facts, which like not that impressive if you're a medieval historian, but you know, if you don't know a lot about the Middle Ages, you're like, oh yeah, cool. So they're spreading the word.
But yeah, it did put up that panel there of like, Superman does appear, and I should have put up the one, when he shows up and they're talking, and then the night security guard comes by and he's like, "Oh, can I take my picture with you, Superman?" And the security guard's like makes it look like he's punching Superman in the jaw.
Yeah, which is really famous. You see that going around a lot.
They're crazy for a 2008 book, bro.
Oh yeah.
And the internet, but yes, yeah. And so the other cool thing is, so not only is Dick working, well, he's partially working at the cloisters because he thinks something is up, and something is up. Talia is up, and she.
Oh yeah, this is the time too, like where we have that RIP crossover, and then it's like the Great Leap arc and all.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
right
Great Leap
after.
RIP is the one right after this by Tomasi. Yeah. So what Talia is doing is like resurrecting bodies. So that one that's Terra at 2,000 feet, that's like a dead knight that she resurrected from the cloisters.
Well, yeah, and they were taking like DNA from like dead metahumans and stuff, and making an army. Yeah.
Part of the cool thing about the cloisters is they brought over just like whole churches and cloisters, hence the name, from medieval Europe and just rebuilt them. So there were like some dead bodies there too, because they just took the whole tomb. Yoink.
So I think they were making Tomasi made the point too, where like the Justice League was like, oh yeah, we have like all the dead heroes like buried, like under their headquarters, but like, maybe we should like securely inter like the dead villains too, because people might just go and like try to use their DNA to like cook up stuff like they did in the story.
And lo and behold, they did.
It could be worse. She could be stuck in a vampire crossover that they won't let die.
About the only thing I would say that is not so great about Tomasi's last run is he does try to give Dick a love interest, which actually she's perfectly fine. Like she's a normal person who
that was his first mistake.
Has a real job and stuff like that. I just feel like it wasn't really necessary. We don't always have to introduce
Again, I think we discussed this before. I always wonder if like maybe like he was building up to something, but it got ended prematurely because of Batman RIP. Because eventually Dick has to leave New York to become Batman because everyone thinks Bruce is dead.
Yep.
Don't
but yeah, even though I was kind of like, I feel like we don't really need this girlfriend because she's taking away from time that you're spending in the cloisters, but that we could use to cram medieval facts into this for everyone. She is a cool person, and they don't have like a terrible breakup or anything. Just some bad stuff happens in New York City. She's like, you know what? My sister lives in like a small town in Arizona. I think I'm gonna go move there. And Dick's like, yeah, all right, that sounds reasonable for a normal person to do.
That's the thing with Nightwing, though. Anytime he's dating a normie, it's not gonna work out. We all know this. He's never gonna settle down with a normie. There's no way.
But I do like that Tomasi was just like, they went on a couple dates, so it wasn't like complete heartbreak. If they had been like, oh no, not the love of my life, he would have been like, they went on like 2 dates.
Listen, he is needy. Like you got to think about how he was raised. Like you have to think about it. Like he might be a little clingy. He might be a stage 1 clinger. We don't know.
But Deborah was the woman, and she was pretty cool because again it was just like a chill breakup where they were like
they gave her the old Patty Spivot.
Right, and it was like I think we want different things in life, and it was like yes, we definitely do. Okay, bye.
Nice.
Do you like caves?
Right, yeah. Like I feel like I don't want to possibly be murdered, and he was like,
well, definitely move out of New York City in 2008.
Right.
That's for damn sure.
Well, I feel like I possibly do. Like that's a risk I'm willing to take. So,
all right.
I love that the cover to 141, that middle one in the top row, just the view kind of like from the flying villain.
There's nothing like swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, 140 and 141 the first two are my favorites of the run. Like if I had to I think it'd be hard for me to narrow it down to one, but just two, because there's the most medieval cloisters stuff in 140.
Wait, doesn't Vigilante show up in this one too? In this story?
It might have been the previous one. That might have been. Was that part of the Marv stuff? I think the Vigilante.
Yeah, I think
stuff?
Vigilante was in the one that had that bride and groom stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah, I remember casually reading this.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
sure.
that was before it. Yeah.
Because the previous
Right
art totally killed my interest in Nightwing, so like I haven't
Like,
really read this particular.
right
And then
before-
I came back for RIP, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, right before this was the crossover with the Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
So 139 is a good issue, but yeah, the stuff before it
Yeah.
was like,
The resurrection of Ra's al Ghul also kind of ruined Birds of Prey too. But anyway,
so it's like bad stuff happened in Nightwing in issue 90. We've talked about or in the 90s, the issue's 90. I think it was 93, right, Phil? That's
Yes.
that's
That
the
that,
rape issue.
that rape. Yes.
Yeah.
That-
You did, yeah.
which was terrible. It could have been better if they had dealt with it properly, but it was DC, so obviously they didn't. And then we had so that went on, and then it got interrupted by a crossover match, War Games or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then we had Nightwing Year 1, which is pretty good. I don't like it as much, obviously, as Judas Contract that I just waxed about for 20 some minutes right before this. But a lot of people really like that one. But then it kind of went downhill because you had, which was weird editorial mandates because I kind of didn't really like that stuff. And I asked, and Devin Grayson was writing it, and I asked her about it, and she was like, yeah, that was hard because the editorial people told me I couldn't have him in costume. Which was like, oh, well, that was stupid of them. So you have this weird, where Dick is like pseudo undercover with the mob.
Oh yeah.
And then I think after that, that's the one where you get Tentacle Jason Todd.
Oh yeah. 1 year later. Yeah.
Oh no.
And then I think
not as bad as you think.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. And then the bride and groom one, I think, isn't that also is that the one that Marv wrote?
Yeah, what's
because then
that
it adds
bride
another.
and groom stuff about?
They're like immortals, but they're like killers and stuff. They're
Yeah, but there's also this layer with it where Dick's talking about his past, and just to add more trauma on, you find out that when he was a teenager, his first sexual experience was with this woman named Lou, who was an adult and was doing it just to get close to Bruce Wayne and try to get something out of Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
So basically he was statutory raped, groomed, and if that were bad enough, it was also like, I don't even care about you. I'm just screwing with you to try to get to your dad.
we
no.
again, we need a therapy issue. The dude's been
Yeah.
sexually assaulted like 3 times. He's been shot in the head at least twice.
There is one time in Titans where he goes to therapy.
I know, we did cover that. I know.
really?
But that was it.
That was like in the 80s. Yeah, we need like an updated
Right, yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Therapy wasn't even cool in the 80s.
Who's the de facto therapist for the DC folks now?
Black
They have a
Canary,
character.
right?
Did they have a character that was doing it for a while?
Oh god.
Calling Dr. Plot Resolver.
Don't
I
man.
don't know,
I thought you were
in
gonna mention Heroes
in
in
the TV
Crisis.
show Young Justice, Black Canary is the
Yeah.
is
Well,
the-
it's like, babes, when you point one thing, you got 3 pointing right back at you, babes. I don't. Let's not look Black Canary. I'm the one that can call her. I'm like, babes, have you seen your relationship with Oliver? Have you?
Right.
but Freefall, there is no sexual assault,
Nice.
no skeevy sex stuff, just some casual dates, and they break up respectfully because they decide they want different things.
And they're both like
you have
leaving
Dick-
town.
Yeah, you have Dick kind of throwing stuff in Talia's face, so that's cool. Oh yeah, and you have medieval stuff. So there you go. What more do you need?
Very cool.
That's what.
Oh yeah, and Superman and Wally come by.
Yeah. That's one of the things I did like about the RIP stuff, like leading up to him becoming Batman, is like towards those last couple Nightwing issues, he kind of got in Ra's al Ghul's face. He was basically just like, don't think I'm gonna back down on you just because Bruce is dead. He's like, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
the guy
because
watching
in
you
one
now.
of those last couple of issues, it might even be 153. Raj does call him the detective as well. But then, of course, everyone
alright.
forgets about that because Tim had to go off and be Red Robin, which was fine. It was important for his personal growth.
Yum.
But then everyone's like, oh, Ra's al Ghul only refers to 2 people as the detective, Batman and Tim. Whatever.
I hate that. I hate that when they nerf Dick to make Tim look better. I love Tim
It
Drake,
happens when you have too many Robins. It's just bound to happen.
It's true.
Although my favorite DC psychiatrist obviously is Kent Nelson. Just saying.
Oh yeah,
Obviously.
yeah.
so
I think he's literally the only good psychiatrist that isn't a villain. I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right.
well, you can't spell therapist without the rapist.
Those PhDs.
Was that shot at Harley Quinn? If you know, you know.
Those PhDs will drive you to insanity.
Right.
All
You
right.
guys, you're the only ones keeping me back from the edge.
I couldn't imagine. Like I debated on getting a PhD. I was like, first of all, I got to go make money. Like I can't do it. I gotta go. I can't spend a lifetime in academia writing grants. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Gimme.
God bless whoever can, because like academia is cutthroat. People don't know unless you've been there. You don't know.
All right. Ready for
That's
the...
why, like I said, that's why I was mad at first when Dick got the Callisto's job, because he stole it from a hardworking medievalist. But then I was like, Kristen, it's fake. Calm down.
Well, Mom, Daddy donated a wing to this place.
But if you put the nepotism aside, it's good.
Yes, Daddy.
All right. Ready for the last one?
Yes.
I can't wait to watch. Well, can't see their eyes pop out of their head, but all right. So for the last one, Kristen is going to make a connection between Nightwing 100 from 2023 and Batman number 20 from 1944.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
wow. All
So,
right.
we'll start with Nightwing 100 because it's
Yes.
fresher, if you will. So this is during Tom Taylor's run, so Nightwing was top of the world, coolest hero. And I think actually this is the one right before they bring the Titans to Bloodhaven, or maybe it's right before the Titans replace the Justice League. But since it's a big special issue, there's lots of good things with Dick hanging out with his friends, Dick hanging out with his family. It's very much a celebratory, not very angsty issue, as we can see. I'm not an angst person. And of course, I mostly love it because there's some great sequences, pages with him and Bruce, where Bruce is like, "I'm so proud of you," kind of stuff, and they hug, and Dick says, "I love you too, Dad." It's amazing.
Oh.
That's the kind of stories Kristen likes. Those ones, and not Bruce backhanding Dick.
100%, yes.
Rats. Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Phil reads these, he's like, "Oh man, you're gonna like this week so much." I'm like, "Oh my god, I know."
She's like, "Oh, emotional content incoming."
Exactly. It's like the happy spectrum. So that one, is much easier to access. You're probably more familiar with it. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to add about that one, Phil?
No, I mean, you did a good job, but I was going to say, remember in the first episode where I showed you guys that Nightwing trading card I have, and I said, yeah, there's new DC cards that are out. This cover, this is like the front of the box that you get those cards in, which I thought was interesting. So I'm like, Nightwing is front and center, even like more ahead than Batman. I'm like, that's interesting.
Well, it's been trending that way for like the last 7-8 years.
Yeah.
They're never gonna go full fledged, but they're simmering in the background.
They can never abandon their Bat God.
Well, it's crazy because Nightwing does trend super like way younger. Like I know Batman is like for like old people, like 40 to like dead, and then Nightwing is more like in that perfect demographic of like 12 to like 24-ish. I know that for a fact for that demographic, so I think that's why like they definitely like push him front and center, and he's just kind of a better guy, more accessible, more relatable than Batman on top of that too, for people to get into. I feel like if you like Batman and you're younger, you're probably reading Punisher and you're some kind of like weird edgelord. Like I just don't feel like young kids should really be idolizing Batman. I think we're gonna have to put you on a watch list. Modern Batman specifically.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was gonna say up to a certain point.
And doesn't
If you like old school mobster Batman, that's totally fine. But modern Batman, I'm putting you on a watch list.
Modern Batman, yeah.
And doesn't did I see? Does Nightwing trend like more with women too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, women, and LGBTQIA community, obviously, too. So yeah.
I'm pointing at nothing but Nightwing. Specifically.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Do you get the app? Do you read it, Justin?
I read that one.
Yeah, I actually. So I'll admit, I gotta go back and reread the first season because there were a few times when I was like, I thought some of the plot points were a little bit convoluted and not all the way explained in the first season. But I don't really think we were reading it for the plot.
No.
But this second season has been really good. Like, I really like how Jason has been. I think they've done a very good job with Jason.
Okay, I haven't read the new stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been like 4 entries or something.
Is it up to 4? Okay.
Yeah, it maybe 5. It just came back. But so far, the first bit has mostly just been him hanging out with his bros. And Wally, so it's been pretty fun.
Handle that,
yeah. I mean, like, I love Wayne Family and Wayne Family Adventures. I like how everybody's depicted in that. Going by my picks, yeah, that makes sense, right? Like, oh yeah, no. And of course, Wayne Family Adventures definitely skews. That's something that skews a lot younger, because there are people that'll be like, "Oh, I like these characters. What comics should I read?" And then some of the older people are like,
sister.
"Here you go. Here's a list that'll keep you reading until you're dead." Anywho, but Batman 20, excellent cover, by the way, one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, love that cover. That's great.
Yes, so there's several stories in it, but the one that I always love to talk about, I think I made Phil do a whole episode of this one.
We did do this, yes.
This one, Bruce Wayne loses the guardianship of Dick Grayson.
Oh, yes.
This one, it's amazing, but all of a sudden, 2 randos, which I feel like, because it's the 40s, they were actually supposed to be some relatives of Dick's. I feel like in modern times, they would probably have it be, they were posers, that it was like a deeper scam. But anyway.
Robot parents!
Yeah. That, like, one random morning, these people show up, George and Clara, and they're like, "Dick, we're your aunt and uncle. We'll take you to live with us now." And Dick and Bruce are like, "What? What's going on here?" So they go to court, and you've got these beautiful scenes of everyone being emotional. Bruce is saying, "Dick is like my own son. I've even changed my will so that in case of my death, Dick will inherit my fortune. I love that boy. Please don't take him from me."
Cha-ching.
Too bad. We heard you were a confirmed bachelor playboy. We're uncomfortable with this situation. Didn't hide.
Yes, and Dick's like, "Bruce took me in. A fella couldn't want a better friend." And even Alfred's like, "Oh, Mr. Wayne loves the young lad." But the lawyer says, "Your Honor, I will prove Mr. Wayne is not a fit guardian. I submit in evidence these newspaper clippings, all reporting Mr. Wayne's activities as a
Imagine using TMZ as legal fodder. Oh my
God. As a nightclubbing, shiftless cafe society playboy."
Burn.
Exactly.
He's a commie spy.
You don't know how hard that hits in 1944. You don't understand.
Exactly.
This is my area of expertise for Batman, is the early stuff. And
then Clara comes in and she's like, "Oh, he needs a mother." So, of course, guardianship is awarded to the others, and Dick and Bruce, they're crying, they're going through the souvenirs, and he's like, "I hope you'll visit." But then, golly, Bruce, it's no use pretending. I don't know how I'm going to stand it. Bruce says, "Easy, Dick, be a good soldier." And we have this amazing panel where Dick is leaving the house with the aunt, and you see Bruce. And to show how sad he is, they do that cool thing in the speech bubble where his words are all tiny. He says, "Goodbye, kid, goodbye."
And then he can't even keep up without Robin. But he got this is the point of the story, I feel like, because like honestly, he can't keep up with crime without Robin. Like he's become so dependent on him. They have such this deep relationship and partnership. Like he really just kind of loses his mojo as Batman.
Yeah.
If only he had more than one partner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and he's saying, in order to cover up my Batman work, I had to pretend to be a playboy, and now it's made me lose the person I love the most. It isn't fair. It isn't fair. That's right, it isn't. And then he's
the
like,
first time a rich person's told no.
And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna miss Robin's corny puns. But Natch, Dick took his suit with him. He sneaks out. So they have a scene there. But what happens? Of course, it is revealed George and Clara had nefarious means, and George says, Mr. Wayne, I'll come right to the point. How would you like to buy back Dick Grayson?
Ooh.
Human trafficking.
Oh.
Holy human trafficking, Batman.
Worse than Fatso the mobster. Throw this guy in Arkham Asylum at the bottom of the well.
So they want $1 million for Dick.
In 1944 money.
That's like $1 billion.
Yeah, and as Bruce says, he says, Alfred, it isn't $1 million. I'd give my life for Dick. But as Batman, it's against my code to make a deal with a crook, even for Dick's sake. And Alfred's like,
They magically got crushed in a recycler.
You should have Batman get on that. So, of course, it's revealed. I mean, obviously, we already knew they were douchebags. They took Dick just so they could sell him back to Bruce. But, of course, Batman, with a little help from Alfred and Robin, gets evidence that they are bad people, and the judge turns on them and says, get out of here. And in fact, Bruce, because again it's the 40s, wait, am I showing the right page? There we go. Bruce is even literally allowed to kick Uncle George out of the door by the butt.
Oh, nice.
Gave him the Uncle Phil. If you haven't read like early Batman, you are missing out. I'm so
true.
serious. You don't understand.
The other thing
And
missing.
the judge even hilariously says, Mr. Wayne, Dick is yours again. Incidentally, I'm inclined to agree with the Batman. He visited me before and said that in spite of your Playboy activities, you were really a good man.
Batman's a character witness.
It's like Barry showing up for Captain C. He's legit gone.
The other thing missing from this story of this era is Alfred spanking someone.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's an excellent choice. I love early Batman.
Yeah. I know. One of my favorite things is to just go through these early Batman stories in the Golden Age and just see what it is that Dick and Bruce are doing, and like the couple of panels when they're introduced. Because of course this is still the era where Bruce was kind of normal and wouldn't be obsessively patrolling all the time. They would do things and wait for the bat signal or the phone call or something. So it's always funny to see what random thing they're doing.
He was more Adam West at this point.
Right.
Yes.
And that issue was from what, 40?
44.
41? 44. Oh, love it.
Yep, it came out December 43, January 44.
Love it.
Writer Bill Finger. Bill Finger?
Yeah. Nobody tell DC. They might take his name.
Bill Finger does great stuff. So yeah, that one. There's another really funny one, which I'm forgetting the title, but somebody threatens Robin, I think it is. And of course, because we have to like get the drama in there for the kids that are the audience at this point, instead of Bruce, using his words, he is like, instead of him just saying, I can't, like, this one's dangerous, somebody threatened you, he's like, does something to try to get Dick to be mad at him, and is like, don't be Robin. And there are some like hilarious panels in there of Dick like walking around the house and looking at all the pictures of him and Bruce together and being like, I thought we were partners, I thought we were friends. And he like at one point throws himself down on the couch sobbing. It's pretty great.
Kicking his legs and kicking his feet and legs.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And so then of course at the end, Bruce is like, I just told you that because they were threatening Robin, so he like has a mannequin Robin going out on patrol with him.
A mannequin.
Yeah, because some gangster shoots it or whatever, and he's like, I couldn't let that be you. And then he's like, oh.
That is
Yeah.
delightfully bonkers. I love that.
Yeah.
Look, mobster era Batman goes incredibly hard. You don't understand.
There's another pretty great one where Dick's walking home from school and gets hit in the head with a brick, and of course gets amnesia. He's had amnesia many times, but
Case of the Osbournes.
But this one is resolved within only one issue, and somebody's like, hey, look at that kid over there. He just got hit in the head with a brick. And somebody's like, oh, I think that's Bruce Wayne's kid. So they call him, and Bruce Wayne comes, and Robin's like, who are you?
Well, yeah, didn't all of these get resolved in one issue?
This ain't modern comic system.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even into the 60s and 70s, if they had an extra long one, I've got some comics where they'd be like, within a Batman novel. And it's just like 50 pages. Like, that's not a novel.
It's not even a novella.
Exactly.
This ain't modern comic system.
But it has multiple parts, so there you go.
All right.
Yeah, this is also the era where Batman came out quarterly, so there are 4 stories in it.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't. I like Crime of this. What is that? Centuries of Crime too. That's a good Joker story, actually. He invented time. Listen, you don't understand the lore of the Joker. He invented a time travel machine. This is what I'm saying. Because I've read early Batman. Like, I know Joker. Like he plays stupid so he can get out of Arkham, like a revolving door. That man's a genius. He can give Lex Luthor a run for his money. I'm just saying. He just chooses not. He doesn't apply himself.
Right, and since it's still during the war, the issue right before that is the Lawmen of the Sea, and it's like telling you about harbor traffic patrol.
All right.
Getting some educational grant money, I guess.
Yes.
Exactly. like, see, they wake up in the morning, and he's like, oh, what are we doing? Bruce is like, we're going to see the harbor police action, and Dick says, hot dogs, sea cops, let's get going.
I was going to say, when's the last time you got a Batman story where they got like a full 8 hours sleep?
Yeah.
Bat guy don't need no sleep, Phil.
All right. Well, should we vote on what Kristen has presented? I'm curious.
Tough choices, right, guys?
I want Justin to go first because he probably has the least familiarity with some of this Nightwing stuff. So
yeah. Well, I've read the Judas Contract a whole bunch of times, so I'm intimate with that. I'm really interested to read Free Fall. That one definitely piqued my interest, but I think my sensibility gravitates more towards the third choice, which was that nice issue with all the guest stars, because I love seeing Nightwing interact with all the other people in the DC canon. I think it's great.
Yeah, Tom Taylor has a nice run, so yeah.
Yeah. And then plus the 40s issue. I love all that Golden Age stuff. It's so funny. I spend half the time laughing while I'm reading it. It's great. So I'm definitely interested to read that too. It sounds absolutely hilarious. But I do want to read Free Fall. So I think my choice is the third one, but I am going to read Free Fall and get back to you about that at some point, let you know what I thought.
If you have the app, Justin, which it sounds like you do, the DC app, I think it's pretty good to read Free Fall. I didn't want to be too heavy, and then the next one right after it, The Great Leap. So it's just the last 13 issues, 140 to 153. It's a really good closeout to the season.
Keeps the momentum going. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's in The Great Leap, but there's one where again, how Batman is just so ridiculously rich. Dick sends him a list of real estate and is like, yeah, we should get these properties for safe houses in New York City. And Bruce is like, yeah, all right, good list.
I mean, low key, yeah. If you know anything about real life billionaires, real estate is everything.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
All right. So your
little realistic slice of life.
So your choice is the last one, Justin?
Yeah, the third.
Nice.
Yeah. So third selection.
Excellent choice.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
All right, Hellfire, what do you think?
You should already know. Last choice, Nightwing 100 and Batman 20.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. That's interesting. Okay. Because I was going to say, I like Solo... Shut up, Lil. Solo Dick over the Titan stuff. So it was kind of between Free Fall and the Tom Taylor stuff for me, and the Batman 20. But I think I'm going to make it a clean sweep. I mean, I think I got to go with that last one.
Love it.
Father, son for the win.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great.
It's because they have such an antagonistic relationship right now that it's just so refreshing to see a recommend of that type. And like I said, I love early Batman and Robin. Like
it's so strange.
It's the bee's knees. You just can't beat it.
It's so strange and refreshing to see Bruce act like a human being.
Thank you. No, like you say that like a joke, but I'm so serious. Like I'm so sick of Batman.
It's
I'm
serious
so
and
sick
a
of
joke.
Bruce Wayne not existing. That it's just all Batman all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's
over it.
why the another thing, because I think the Batman 100 is a good job of Bruce. Tom Taylor wrote a Bruce Wayne that I like as well. He wasn't as
like he wasn't out of character, but he could show his emotions with his family.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, what'd you say, Lilith? Batman's for edgelords.
Batman, my favorite character.
Modern Batman, you can at me all you want to, but it's true. Like
I love Batman.
Tough to get through a modern Batman story that a certain person didn't write. Mark Waid. I mean, but like honestly, like it's too much baggage with modern Batman now. Like he can't be light and fun and just like it's just too much. He's got too much baggage on his shoulders now.
Yeah.
He would never put anybody in a recycler. Like we need to bring it back to street level. I want to see mobsters like Fatso back. Like I really do. I want Joker being brilliant and an actual threat.
That's what I was thinking the other day. It's like everything doesn't have to be multiversal threatening. It's like if it's a street level character, keep him street level. Batman,
keep it simple.
Spider-Man,
stupid.
all those characters, keep them
absolutely.
street level.
Yeah.
And again,
I would kill for a street level Batman story. Like just being so real.
I mean, if you want cosmic Batman stuff, read Justice League.
Right.
You can do both.
That's what she said. Anyway.
Sorry. But yeah, I feel like they all highlight one of the things that makes Nightwing really great is the relationships with all the other characters, because a lot of the really good ones, other characters are popping up in these issues.
He's the best thing Batman ever gave to us. I agree.
Stronger with his friends and family. He doesn't see it as a weakness.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think we're all good for this week.
Yeah, that was super
That's
fun.
great picks, Kristen, really.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Make sure you read 20. Actually, I think a facsimile of it is coming out soon.
It
because-
is. It is on the app too. So.
Yeah, it is on the.
Shocking.
So it is out there digitally.
Yeah, it is on the app, but I was kind of like, oh, that's nice because the cover's really famous. Because of the picture of the Batmobile and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, whatever. I don't care about the cover. But then when I went looking up what issue this was in, I was like, oh, dang, all right, I'm going to have to buy that. I'm going to have to buy that facsimile when it comes out because it's got one of my favorite Golden Age stories in it. Uncle George. So hilarious.
All right, next episode, speaking of edgelords, Ray will be back to talk part 2 of Spider-Man Identity Crisis, which...
But is he the strongest wrist down under or something?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he goes by many...
Oh,
codenames.
baby.
Oh, baby.
I mean, he is...
Strongest wrists down under.
But he's also...
The hard master.
And he just lost his other job.
Out of the pouch. Boing.
Belongs to Kristen now.
Diggity dank.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
Well, since he lost that job, we can give him back to Captain Tank Top. He can get promoted back to Captain Tank Top.
Yeah,
if
but he doesn't wear
has to.
he doesn't wear tank tops anymore. What do you want, Lilith? To see all his white chest hair? What do you want?
Burn.
Old man, 2 months older than me. That old man.
We're always meanest to the people we love the most.
Yes. So next episode, Spider-Man Identity Crisis Part 2 with the 4 issues there. And then in 1 week, I had a thought. Justin put this thought in my head. We're really going to flip the script. Here's what we're going to do. The 3 of you are going to present to me. It could be comics. It doesn't have to be comics. So Lilith, if you guys want to completely surprise me, you might have to be in charge of the visuals, Lilith.
Okay.
Because you can pull them up. So everyone come up with a topic. You'll present it to me. And whatever one I pick as the best, we'll do as a future Capes episode.
Ooh, all right. I like
Okay,
that.
this is in a week. This is next
Yes,
Sunday.
this is next Sunday. Yes.
Week from tonight. All right.
Yes.
I like that. Yeah.
Here, I will put my email in our private chat just so that you guys can have it and send it to me.
So whenever you come up with the topics, tell Lilith and she'll get pictures and stuff. So This time I get to sit there and look pretty like the rest of you. Ha!
I shall take on this challenge of being Gelman this one time.
So yes, so like I said, Kimmy Comics doesn't have to be comics, but yeah, whatever you think would be a good Capes and Lunatics episode.
I'm gonna just dust off the old pitch deck.
Oh.
Oh, you said deck, okay.
Yeah, deck, DECK.
All right, and then the episode after that, DG Chichester will return for his monthly Chichester chat.
Woohoo! Oh, we're kind of drawing near to a close on
Risk, yeah.
on that book, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, is that coming
Bummer.
to an end?
Yes, you better start
Five
writing
is out
something else.
already, right?
It's only 5
Oh.
issues. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Yeah, that's only a 5-issue series, but
oh shoot! For some reason,
He's
I
got
thought it was
other
longer.
things in the works too with the same company.
well, I
so
think
looking
after we
forward to
do Risk, we're gonna do an episode on that Street Writers book where he just talks about like the art of writing.
that. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do have that book too.
Hmm.
But no, we got a lot of interviews coming up in September. I already
I
mentioned.
wonder why.
Well, I already mentioned last time when Justin and I talked Secret Wars, but JMD Mateus will be back in September to talk Spider-Man 94, which follows up on the original 90s series. Like I said,
So excited.
this episode, Kelly Thompson is coming back to talk that Crypto and Jeff the Shark story. And then towards the end of September, we're going to have 2 episodes, because he agreed to it, with Jason Olsen, who wrote 2 books on Mark Gruenwald comics, one on the Captain America run,
Okay.
and the other one on the Quasar run. And if you don't know who Jason Olsen is, he is an associate professor of English at Utah State University. So,
Are you gonna offer him a podcast too?
maybe. I was going to say, imagine that, kids. A college professor talking comics in a book. Get out of here. What do they think of next?
Outrageous.
Real professors and fake. Phil loves them all.
I mean, Lord Charlie Esser got 400 episodes of super connectivity. Although Rob Southgate started that. All right, so there's some upcoming stuff for you kids. Oh, and again, part 2 is Secret Wars, and then I believe me, Lilith, Kristen, if you want in, we're going to start talking an episode a month, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, before the movie next year. So
Is part of it out on the app?
it is on the app. I mean, they're
Okay.
it's a few years old, so yeah, the whole thing's on the app.
Oh,
so.
it's a few years old. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like 10 issues, but the whole thing's on the app. So, and of course, like I said, Justin and I will continue on Secret Wars.
Oh, yes. The road to Secret Wars.
That's right. Next September episode, someone gets a fancy new black suit.
If the war had a road to it, how was it a secret? People should have seen it coming.
Oh,
Nice.
it's more like road to that movie that's coming out in 2027.
Yeah,
so,
that.
give us clicks and
Yeah.
views.
Right.
All right, I'm going to maybe do this backwards. Well, I do backwards half the time. Shut up, Lilith.
I wasn't even paying attention. I don't know what's going on.
But if you want more Nightwing talk, yes, go to Amazon and go get Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder, put together by the woman who kind of put together this episode with her 3 Nightwing choices. So, it's going to be, if you enjoyed this episode, that book must be good quality. So, learn even more about Dick Grayson. And, of course, if you want more Justin the Owl, because who the hell doesn't, go check out another podcast, The Lost Library of Legends. What you doing over there, Justin?
That's right. This week, we will have a new episode out of The Weeds of Crime, The Shadow in Comics, where we're going to talk about issue number 3 of The Shadow from 1974 by Denny O'Neil and Michael Kaluta.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What about the She-Bat?
Oh, the She-Bat's coming at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Valeria the She-Bat will be
Okay.
around the end of the month. Yeah.
And there's still Sleepwalker stuff coming out every so often.
Oh,
right?
yes. That will be next week.
Okay.
Got a
Well,
nice variety going. I love it.
Yes.
All
A
right.
little smorgasbord.
all right, I had to lead the out of water so I could do.
We're going back to the 90s here, bitch.
Gotta keep it on brand.
That's right. And, of course, you can find me all over social media, Podfather Phil. Lilith, do you want to promote anything?
Please go outside and touch grass while you still have grass to touch. And don't forget to listen to the podcast. And if you have some time, go ahead and rate us. Leave some comments on any podcatcher service that you have. Yes, Daddy.
Yeah. So, yes, and enjoy yourselves before Dr. Hellfire takes over the world.
Yes.
Our
Yeah.
whole family can suck it. Arms with funny gas. I'm just saying. Nobody told me. Nobody tell them.
Wait, so you're gonna be a dentist?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna? So she could pull a cord of owl. She could be implanting. Foreign things into our teeth.
I mean, she's literally thinking of legally changing her name to Dr. Lilith Hellfire once that comes to pass.
I have to do it for the lulz, man. I have to.
Mommy, why is this so creepy?
Well, no kids allowed. You know that. I'm definitely going the Watley route.
I was going to say.
No kids allowed.
Tim Watley, penthouse on the tables. Okay, I get it. All right. And, of course, yes, send us your thoughts on this episode or any of the upcoming stuff, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. You can find us on pretty much all social media, including Reddit and TikTok now. I've been putting, even if I have to cut some of them down, yes, I've been putting episodes on TikTok now. So, and you can help support us by buying merch at TeePublic and Spring. And, of course, Lilith's favorite method, just hand us money through the Cash App link at Capes and Lunatics. And
wait, does StreamYard have gift cards? They can do that, too. If StreamYard has gift cards.
Oh, yeah, if you want to pay our yearly bill, yeah, you can do that. I mean, it comes out of the Cash App anyway, so, yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, you just send it to the Cash App. Or if you want some content for your money, yeah, go to Patreon.
Boo.
What?
Kidding. Working for money in 2025? Boo. Don't you know job is a 4-letter word?
Love. God, Lilith is just like, what are we? Some kind of, what are we? Your mom? Oh, that Frank Miller joke will never get old. All right. Again, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. All right.
Part 2 out this month, right?
Oh, yes, of the horniest decade in comics,
Oh,
the
yeah.
90s. Yes.
Boob windows.
With, again, get spring for the video, kids. Lots of visual aids.
Hell.
Hey-oh. Almost 3D in their likeness. All right. Thank you for joining us. In for another episode, we have been your Cape.
Ampersand.
Lunatics.
Yeah. And again, next episode in a few days, the Hard Master returns.
Yes. Be swinging
Get
it
your
up.
decks ready.
I was going to say he'll actually put his deck down for five minutes to talk to us. Because as always, kids, this episode, like every other one, brought to you by Ray Plays Games.
I just see the episode of Ray teaching you how to play.
That does have to happen.
For free on YouTube, kids. Ray teaching you how to handle that deck every episode.
And then Justin, you need to lead like a mini campaign at D&D.
Yes.
And then Kristen,
yes.
you need to give a medieval lecture.
Yeah.
And I will give a TED talk on robotics.
Stay tuned for the Capes and Lunatics Comic-Con.